Hello, Aquarius. So with your ruling planet now going reversed, right? Now going retrograde, I'm feeling a lot of fragmentation from your energy. I've been trying to do your reading all day. And something is just like every single card that comes out is taking me in a totally different direction. So let's see what comes out now. I've taken a little bit of a break to kind of reset myself. Let's see what comes out now. Okay. You know, Virgo season is a time of organization. It's a good time for us to dig deep and to ask ourselves the very real questions of what serves me and what doesn't serve me. I often look at this as like a balance sheet review. Many of you will be focusing on money. It's in the 8th house for you. So yes, definitely money is on the docket. Paying attention to your bank accounts, your assets, your securities, all those things. Saying, what can I do without? In a way, there's a quality of scarcity with everything, but not in a bad way. But like, let's bring it down to a minimal. There's a detachment of like any attachment that you have to stuff ends this month. Okay, if you have an attachment to a person, you'll likely find yourself maybe drifting away for a healthy level of like individuality. Something seems to be kind of nagging you a little bit or nitpicking you yourself, or maybe another person doing it toward you. There could be a quality of analysis where you look at what you've accomplished, you look at your projects, you look at your relationships, and it's merely just the process of looking, right? You're just observing stuff. You're not necessarily making huge judgments right now. You're just observing, okay? What serves, what doesn't serve, what can stay, what needs to go, all right? Virgo cleans house, right? Virgo cleans house. And it can be hard for you, especially with 8th house. It can be hard. Probably cleaning house from the underworld, right? Your dark psychic depths, okay? Or the darkest depths of your psyche, rather. Or it can even be in a material sense as well. So you need to make space. That's why things need to go. Because you need the space for the new stuff. You're airing things out, and now you're like, wow, I have all these shelves in my house now. Okay, I have all this extra money. I have all this, I have all this, that. And wow, and so what happens to fill in that gap? Well, the Ace of Wands comes, and usually the Ace of Wands is indicative of something that really ignites you, right? Really sets you on fire. It's an opportunity for you to take action towards something. So it could be a new love. Yes, absolutely. It is 8th house activity, so your libidos are going to be super up there, right? Really wanting to connect in a sexual capacity. And if you don't have someone to really do that with, you're probably going to be channeling that sexual energy or that creative energy into something work related that will be highly beneficial for you financially. Ace of Wands is always a great leading stepping stone, right? It leads us to a beautiful place. Have faith. You have to have faith. You have to trust it. As Saturn makes his way back to station position and then starts to work its way back direct near the end of Virgo season, like September 18th, you know, you have probably a feeling of reservation, right? 12th house Saturn, you're like, okay, is this really the right choice? Do I want to make that investment? Do I want to take that risk? Well, the Ace of Wands is always promising. It's just a potential, though. You are going to have to nurture it. You are going to have to take care of it. So if you don't feel like you can commit to an obligation, then maybe you can just let this one pass you by and just wait for the next one, because the universe is always giving us aces. That's no problem. Some of you may need to sit in a period of like the empty space for a while before you allow something to fill it back up. Enjoy the empty space, enjoy the peace and quiet, enjoy your time alone, and just find room to breathe. So you're feeling, this card actually came out a lot this morning when I was trying to read for you. This one fell on the floor. I picked it up and dropped it again, and picked it up and dropped it again. And so, I'm happy it came out again. Clearly it's a message for you. So Two of Coins is the balancing act. I think you are taking other people's emotions into consideration, right? You're thinking about how another person feels. You're thinking about yourself, yes, of course, naturally, but also how does my decision impact another person? Some of you may be feeling a little bit torn because of the Ace of Wands. Maybe the Ace of Wands comes in and you're like, oh, great. Like if I was by myself, I would definitely do it, but it's not just me, right? It's not my company. I'm not really in a position of authority to do it. It's not just me because I have a husband and kids, like I can't just do that. So you may be in a period of like what's my real priority here? Who's the most important? Where does my time and energy and effort really need to be invested, right? So it's a lot of thinking. Some of you may be overactive with your thinking actually, but what's interesting, there's no swords out here yet. So this is about the real world. This is about action. This is about doing things. It's about getting your hands dirty on stuff. And yet still like, intuitively, I don't know that you are going to be pulling any major triggers this month. You may be thinking about everything. Thinking a lot, okay? It's really important for you to find that authentic quality within yourself, because oftentimes I see this as all the different masks that we wear. We wear the wife mask, the employee mask, or the manager mask. We wear the mom mask and the mask with our community and our churches and our PTA meetings or whatever you got going on. Like mask, like layer upon layer. So where are you? That's what 8th house is really all about. It's about peeling everything back and just looking at the raw you. So this is you, right? Putting all those masks down and choosing self. Really a lot, choosing self. Choosing honesty. Choosing truth. If you don't want to do something, you're going to be like, nah, I don't want to do it. If you feel like someone's taking advantage of you, you're probably going to like really put a stop to it. If you feel like someone is being a little aggressive, you're probably going to ghost them or cut them off and just be like, dude, seriously, you need to chill, right? 6 of Cups. There is a past connection maybe coming through. Karmic connection, past life, twin flame perhaps. There could be a connection with someone who's maybe a little bit older than you, or maybe you're older than them, but there's a quality of giving gifts, and that could be in the form of an actual gift or something spiritual, like some kind of a lesson that you learn, that they teach you. I always have to say, when this card comes out, that it's important to remember to stay present. This is such a fantasy world card, I feel. And Scorpio placements, or 8th house placements rather, they can do that. They can put you in this world of emotion, but it's good. Like, this is a good emotion to have. It's not a negative one. It's that emotional manifestation when you feel the joy, you feel the abundance, and you feel the acceptance. That's what naturally will follow in your life. Okay, look, so I started off with talking about this card as like a gift, connecting with someone else. There could be someone else that triggers you into this sort of dreamy place, which is good. Maybe this Ace of Wands starts triggering that fantasy world of yours, the fantasy world that is needed to manifest things, to accomplish goals, and to accomplish dreams. Let's say this is a new romantic interest, and while you're not trying to project and say, oh my God, this person is the one, I'm going to marry this person, it's going to be perfect, but maybe you feel that spark, or you feel that sexual energy start to rise, and you're like, oh wow, like that feels really good. So now you have the emotion, that you can use to manifest more of that thing. And maybe that's what's really going on here. This seems to be filling in the gaps of where there's the scarcity or where there's that lack there, or wherever it is you're cutting things out. So there's like, it's like you cut something out and then boom, immediately something presents itself. This is good feelings. Allow yourself to feel the good feelings. That is so, so, so important. To feel like you have all this money, to feel like you are madly in love, to feel like you are standing on stage in front of 100,000 people or something, right? Like whatever your dream is, like feel it. So this is going to be critical. So when I said before, maybe some of you don't want it, okay, you might not take the actual opportunity and take action towards it, but I highly recommend you do not dismiss the feelings that come along with it. That feeling of optimism and hope, right? That faith that it's out there for you, okay? So magical. 12th house. 12th house, my goodness. Let's see what else. I can say that because I've got 3 planets in the 12th house in my natal chart, so I get it. Okay, Queen of Coins, and this is your manifestation power. You know what I love is how grounded you actually are. Even though the tendency might be to be vibrating really high or vibrating in the water thing, you're like really just super chill, which is good. It might piss some people off, but it's good. It pisses people off because they are likely trying to get something from you. They're trying to get validated by you. They're trying to be seen by you. They're trying to feel relevant by you, you know, which is not your problem. It's not your responsibility, because I think you're just really, really focused on what you've got going on. Now, if you have significant others like children or a husband or a wife, then yeah, like of course you're going to be there. You're going to be supportive of them, of course, obviously. But when it comes to satellite energies or extraneous people, especially if you're just kind of dating, I just don't see you having the desire to really give that to anybody. You're like, look, I had to do that on my own. You need to figure out how to do that on your own, because we all know that there's nothing I can give you to make you feel better about yourself, right? This is manifestation powerhouse, using the power of Saturn, right? Saturn is an excellent energy, even though some of you may be experiencing it, some difficulty with the 12th house placements. But at the end of the day, it's the powerhouse, the drive, the ambition, and the kind of like the wherewithal to do the work. And when you do the work, you get the fruits of your labor, and that's exactly what's happening. So in order to invite this beautiful garden, lushness, perfection, everything into your life, you create the space. It was the very first card that came out. I suspect that the minute Mars hit Virgo, you started like tornadoing your house, tornadoing your office, really making some major cuts, and just simply saying, it's just got to go, right? It's just got to go. So, eye on the prize, keeping your head down. And you may be connected with earth signs. I'm seeing so many earth energies. You may be connected with earth signs that you're using as an example. They are instilling something in you. They're inspiring you in some way. So that's good. Any kind of inspiration, any kind of motivation that you can get right now, use it. Because the Energizer Bunny quality of Mars in Virgo, you can accomplish a lot of good things at this point in time. So use it. What else for Aquarius? No major arcana coming out yet. 7 of Wands. Tendency to do the things that you feel comfortable doing. Things you've been doing in the past, or you could be dealing with someone kind of shady, okay? You could have some satellite people who are taking advantage of you or lying to you, or, you know, I don't know, something kind of negative. It could be happening in the office or in the workspace. Someone kind of manipulating a situation in their favor. Most likely in the professional realm, okay, or in the realm of your industry. I don't see issues at home. Now, that's, you know, debatable. It's going to be different for everybody, but more than likely it's like out there somewhere. Home seems to be where the safety is found. So you need to watch out for this. But the good news is your back is totally turned to it. So you're not really about to play anybody's game. You're not about to get manipulated. So there's not really a threat of that. The only thing would be like if you're dealing with an Aquarius who is kind of on again, off again, they may revert into some common behavior. And we know. Not all Aquarians are people that disappear on you or ghost you or anything like that, but that is a part of the stereotype. It is very common. So that could be something you're dealing with if you're having trouble with an Aquarian. They may be face to face with like, I want to go back to that seeking out adventure and not being connected and being afraid of commitment kind of part of themselves, in spite of the fact that the universe is putting them in a position to really have anything that they want. So there could be inner battles. But Aquarius, your back is turned. You're not going to participate. It's not really your scene anymore. For the most part, you know, it's not where you want to be. I think you've had a lot of heart-to-hearts with yourself recently and probably will continue to do so, kind of becoming your own cheerleader and pushing yourself and allowing yourself to be free in a different kind of way, like spiritually free, not physically, spiritually. Okay. Now, this could be someone, so here's the connection. This is the long-standing thing, or the thing that is familiar for you. The King of Wands could be an essence of you, could be another person, although I don't see it as the Seven of Wands person. I see it as being someone else. They are kind of looking away from you here. But I don't think they're looking away from you in an ignoring capacity, but rather in a leading capacity. There might be someone that you're following. Like I said, there could be someone that you're using, quote unquote, for inspiration. And I think this person is happy to play that role in your life. That could be the gift that they're giving you. And they might not even know. I think this person is just sort of doing their own thing. They're just going and being successful, and they might not realize how they're impacting you. They may not realize that you're following suit. I'm actually seeing a lot of obliviousness from the King of Wands intuitively, like they just aren't thinking along that line at all. So what else with this King of Wands? They seem to be really creative. You, Aquarius, might be becoming more creative in your field, in your industry, and in your relationships. There's novelty coming through. So novelty is like that new adventureness. So this person represents a part of you. This is actually very relevant. They represent a side of you that's trying to awaken. That's what I feel. They're very opposite from you, very different from you. Such, like, this is literally fire and earth, and I know you're air, and there's like practically no air here at all. So you are exercising different parts of your personality, part of the Saturn conjunct Pluto thing. You're exercising different aspects of yourself. New kinds of self are blossoming. And I love what the King of Wands is doing for you, actually. It's almost as though you're quietly watching them from afar. It's kind of how I feel. This could be a husband or a wife, too, who is inspiring you. Could be a father as well, or a brother who's inspiring you. Could be someone who you just watch on the internet. I don't know. There's an unattainability with this person. It's like close but not close. Ace of Swords. Point of clarity. I love Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands for you, right? That's a great combination for an Aquarian because we have the active part, which you guys can be very active. You are doers. And then we have the mental clarity with the Ace of Swords as well. Likely the Ace of Swords is also connected with the Seven of Wands, but we'll clarify it in the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is probably not going to be that sustainable. So any kind of lying, any kind of betrayal, any kind of whatever that's going on in your life, Ace of Swords comes and sort of bursts that all wide open. So it's not going to be able to withstand itself. People are literally living in a house of cards, and they don't realize how fragile it is. That's kind of what happens in Virgo season is, we're going to have that opposition with Neptune, okay, later on in the season. And the opposition with Neptune can get real rough, especially with so many planets opposing Neptune. Oh my God. Like, it's not possible for people to hide at that time. Like, they're not going to be able to get away with stuff. They're going to think they're getting away, and they're probably going to try to pull some shit, but they're not going to be able to get away with it. So, I don't know. I don't see stealing, like, in terms of money. Maybe cheating for some of you, or there could be someone who's just trying to, like, sneak something under the rug, or, like, they're omitting something that's pretty important. But it's pretty transparent too. And because the Queen of Coins is so highly intuitive, there's just no way they're going to be able to just pull the wool over your eyes. You do need to be cautious, all right? There's you guys, like, this has nothing to do with the Ace of Wands, by the way. I just want to make sure you know that the Ace of Wands is pure. This is something else. And you're going to know because you're going to feel that resistance. Your gut is going to be like, don't pull it in, right? Don't embrace, don't connect, don't. There's going to be that immediate feeling, I need to create distance between me and this person, or me and the situation. And I think you do that very well. The fact that you're exhibiting caution is a good thing. That's Saturn doing his thing and kind of working his magic, putting you in just exactly the right position. It's keeping you out of stuff. If there is a romance, okay, and it's a romance that you were hoping would move forward, or it's a romance you were hoping something would formulate and it doesn't work out, say thank you, like, thank you, guides. I'm so happy this didn't work out because I know that it wouldn't have worked out if it wasn't meant for me, okay? And it probably is for the best, because something may have happened, something negative could have happened if it actually unfolded the way you maybe thought it might, or that you maybe wanted it to. This King of Wands seems to be like a ticket, or following this Knight of Wands is like a ticket to your ultimate success, a ticket to the money, a ticket to the love, and all the good stuff. This is about following your dreams, you guys. It truly is. It's about following your dreams. It's about owning it up to yourself, what it is you really want in this life, and making no apologies, and just doing it. So be inspired. Allow yourself to be inspired. Okay, let's go ahead and switch views here. Thank you guys so much. Hello, Aquarius. All right, let's go ahead and pull out a couple more cards from a totally different deck. Interesting storyline for you. Knight of Swords. Oh my gosh, there's the Seven of Swords guy. 100%. Look, Knight of Swords isn't bad, okay? It's not a bad person. And then the Seven of the Major Arcana, the Chariot card. So Knight of Swords isn't bad, but it's someone who is very much in the now, right? Like, I want to satisfy my desire right now. I want what I want right now. They're not usually long-term planners, long-term thinkers. So they're just going to kind of do whatever they need to do to satisfy their desire right now. And that's it. And it doesn't involve like a future. It doesn't involve those kinds of plans. It doesn't involve anything. And they seem to want something from you, because clearly, as a Queen of Coins coming out directly in the center of the reading, you have a lot that other people would want. you have a lot of energy, you have a lot of happiness, you have a lot of joy, you have a lot of talent, skill, expertise, whatever. Like, you have it, and they want it now. And they're probably going to do whatever they got to do in order to make that happen. Now, this probably won't resonate in the beginning of the month, okay? I'm kind of sensing that. Let's just put that out there. I suspect this is something that will come out, 10th, 11th of September-ish, and then on for the rest of Virgo season. Because the beginning of Virgo season is going to be all about, the cleaning of things out and achieving your authentic self and letting this Ace of Wands come in. And, it's about the good stuff. And you need the good stuff in order to really handle this kind of stuff. Because your Chariot is here. Your Chariot is like waiting. And when you follow this into King of Wands, this Chariot, it's like this person simply inspires you. I don't necessarily know that there's a future with this person, but it's because of this person that you become such a high quality version of who you already are, that this Chariot pulls up to your front door and is like, come on, Aquarius, get in. Like, we got places to go. We have people to inspire. We have lives to change. Like, let's go. And because we are in the age of Aquarius, right, you are now starting to find a groove that maybe for generations upon generations, your archetype hasn't necessarily really been fully expressed. So there is kind of some starseed stuff coming into play, I think, with this Chariot in terms of this being your life purpose. Like, what are you really here to do? I don't think you're here to dick around with this kind of a person. You just can't. You can't be mooched off of. You can't be overlooked. All right. And I know that you're aligned with purpose to an extent. So it's time for you to live fully into that. Oh, okay. Look. Oh, we got 2. Okay, fine. We'll take 2. Flower of Life, synergy, order, and group consciousness. So this person is definitely not someone who's in order by any stretch of the imagination. See, the thing with this Ace of Wands and this King of Wands here is how effortless it seems, right? 6 of Cups. Because when this happens and you start feeling those emotions and the manifestation starts happening, that's all very easy. When things are in order, when things are systematized in a certain way, it's easy. Like, when you apply the science of what's happening, it's like a no-brainer. Okay, this person is making a lot of things complicated. The group it's like, okay, Aquarius, all the Aquarians, you need to get on board with how awesome you really are. Right? You need to get on board with what you really have to offer. Let's all work together. This is not someone who wants to work together with anybody. This is an individual who is taking care of individual needs. You're more elevated than that by nature, simply because of being an Aquarian, right? Simply of being ruled by Uranus. So this humanitarian aspect comes out. The true humanitarian of the Aquarian archetype. And that's the path to follow. Okay, it is the path to follow. And then we have this scallop, which is about travel, adventure, and change. So I'm feeling courage. It takes courage to be inspired by someone and to apply the things that you're inspired to do. It does. It takes a lot of courage. Change, absolutely. 8th house activity, no doubt about that. And you know what? Ace of Wands, you are opening yourself up to some novel experiences. Okay, so don't be afraid of anything mundane. All right, because that's definitely not going to be a thing. So I'm kind of like laughing a little bit at how funny this person is, because I think they have so much influence over you, and they simply just don't. They just simply don't. And wisdom. This is kind of like the Hierophant in the traditional tarot. So we have the Chariot, we have the Hierophant. So there is an aspect of divinity coming through. And it has to with Saturn. It has to with Uranus retrograde. Feeling like that guru in you. If you apply the energy shifts, right? That is the guru coming out full force and using the laws of the universe to your benefit. The wisdom, it's too high level for this. This person does not operate in wisdom at all, and it's very clear. Some of you may be making changes in company or in work environment. That's probably going to be a big thing for a lot of you guys. So that's probably going to work out pretty well, especially if you're dealing with coworkers who are like this, okay? Multiple coworkers, multiple people, bureaucracy, you know, politics, whatever, like office politics, all that kind of stuff, moving into a company that has a vision, right? Moving from a kind of a screw off kind of person you're dating to a person that has a vision. All right, so yeah. All right, now the cards that I pull out now are clarifiers that we're going to talk about in the comprehensive. The link will be in the description box down below. We'll talk for about another 20 to 25 minutes about these cards, so feel free to join us if you wish. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Seven of Coins. Okay, goes always with the Ace of Swords, predictably. Another Hierophant energy. Wisdom. Oh my gosh, you guys, all of these aces. This is incredible. And another Seven of Swords. Well, the Seven of Swords is the thing that's got to go. That's taking up way too much space. Any repeated patterns, any habits that you have of like always reverting back, it just simply can't go on. Okay, love it. I think you're getting a little entrepreneurial in your life. Not saying all of you are going to go start businesses, but you taking on an entrepreneurial quality in anything you do. It's aggressive, it loves the challenges, it hurdles over the obstacles, and or it leaps over the obstacles rather. One more for that. That's interesting. Three of Cups. Okay. There's vision. Let's look at Two of Coins. Honestly, a choice is going to be made for you if you don't make a choice. This person is probably going to push you to a degree, or they're going to force you into a corner. I don't even see you getting worked up about it. So chill, so relaxed, so calm. It's just like, okay, fine. Four of Coins and the Nine. Man, this Knight of Swords is stubborn. They are not about to just leave without a fight. So many repeated cards. This is crazy. Oh my gosh. I don't think this has ever happened to me this many times before. Ooh, got a lot coming out. Okay. So much stuff about you though. Guys, you're gonna have to be strong. You're going to have to keep your eye on the goal. This is like, don't get distracted by shiny objects. See, there's a lot at stake, you know? That's the problem. There is a lot at stake. Ten of Coins, Nine of Coins, Empress, Queen of Coins, like you have something someone else wants. And Virgo season brings out jealousy big time because it's a projection of all of our insecurities, you know? They don't want to see you successful. They don't want to see you happy. They don't want to see you find joy. Like they won't settle for you to be happy. One more for that. Seven of Coins. This time reversed. Oh my goodness. There you are. There's a quality that you don't like who you are around this person. Okay? You don't like who you are. You don't like the way you have to be around them because it's so played. Yeah, death to that person for sure. Not in a literal sense, but, you know, to their role in your life. It's almost like good riddance as well. Oh my gosh, you guys, seriously? I have never, ever, ever had this many repeated cards come out ever in the history of doing this. I think it's like almost every single one almost was like a repeat. So, okay, we have a lot to talk about still. So if you want to join me in the comprehensive, then you're more than welcome. Link will be down in the description box. And if not, then have an excellent season. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you next month. Take care.